I'd just like to have a little chit-chat about my introduction to the magic healer I call cannabis. In 1992, I had a very bad accident in the Motu, down on the east coast on a horse, with broken bones and lots of hurt. I travelled to Gisborne Hospital, but I'd actually was doing 45 kilometres and I struck the side of a building and I got flung 20 feet. And when I landed 20 feet away, I was unconscious in the middle of the Motu with no help of anybody helping me except for myself. The pain was horrific. I didn't know then that I'd had my first all broken bones. So when I got to hospital, I was morphined up every 4 hours. I mean, I didn't feel the pain or anything, but I did feel the shortening distance between every injection of morphine. By about the fourth one, I was going, I can feel pain. Is it time for my injection now? All I want to do is give myself an uppercut and say snap out of it, because I didn't want to be addicted to morphine. All my brothers and sisters were addicted to heroin, and I could see where that would lead you. I didn't even get out of the hospital grounds before I started feeling the pain of the crickety-crackety. And I said to the young boy that had come over to pick me up to take me back to the hills, I said to him, you have to stop. You can't go any further, I can't. And he just goes, here, the boy sent you this. A nice big bag of mahunas, just absolutely primo, smooth to smoke. I smoked all the way back to Aotearoa and didn't feel a thing. In fact, I think they had to tell me to shut up. I was just too... So that became my journey, my really, really full-time journey into using cannabis as a medicine. Before that, at 27, I'd lost all my insides through cervical cancer. And so from the loss of that, it brought new pain, then the accident pain, and then everything else pain. Fighting with the doctors, trying to tell them, no bro, I don't want your painkillers. I'm all right, I've got medical cannabis. But I couldn't tell the doctors that until 10 years ago. They said, no, you have to have painkillers. So I'd take their little prescription and rip it up as I walked out of the doctor's. But then things changed. Doctors said to me, have you tried cannabis? And I was going, well, actually. And they say, stay on that trip. Ever since I've been in Northland, not one doctor has said to me, no, you can't do that. Not one doctor. Down where I came from, a doctor saw me and she said to me, if you don't take these pills, I was on the sickness benefit at the time from the everything, and she said, if you don't take these pills, I'm not going to sign your sickness benefit. Emotional blackmail. She wasn't a very nice doctor. My journey with doctors has been horrific. I've been sworn at. I've been harassed, called an ACC bludger. I've never been on ACC ever in my whole life. I went back to work 7 months after I had it. Broke all of this side. I took 350 people into the bush as a guide, showing them my old possum lines and showing them all the beautiful ngahere of Whakatohia, Urutawa. So I did that. I tackled all the horses, made tackle for them, looked after them, shoed them, all things like that after being broken. When I actually broke it, it froze it, this bit, because the doctor who said don't wake me up had missed that I actually had a broken arm there. So I've had a long journey since 1991 with medical professionals about medical cannabis. I don't smoke it to get high, and I don't smoke it to be one of the crowd. I smoke it to take the pain away from me. The pain's incredible, because if you give in to the pain, you give in to the depression. And if you give in to the depression, you may as well kiss your goodbye. So I'm a great believer in, we all know our own bodies, we all know what we should be putting into it, and we can be putting into it what we feel is best for us. I'm very passionate about medical cannabis. I really am. I've seen it work for so many people. I've seen people with cancer come back to life. When I was at the School of Social Work, I went with a nanny mati from Wahine Waititi Marae. She said to me, come with me for 6 weeks and I'll teach you the rongoa. And the very first night that we were there, Te Karari came and they said, will you tell us what you're going to teach these students? And she said, no, I'm not going to tell you. You either have to be here to do it, or they will treat you, or find out that way. And the reporter was really, really angry. He said, you know, how else are you expecting our Maori people to know about the rongoa? How are we going to get it accepted? And she said, go home. Go home to your marae. Speak to your old people, your nannies and your koros, and your aunties and your uncles. The ones that can't afford $90 for a doctor's visit or a medicine, that's not going to do them any good. They'll tell you what you need. So I did that. I went home and I found kawakawa and I found korimiko and I found cannabis. So I'm just going to carry on. I don't feel like I'm a criminal, but I know by Westminster law I am, that I don't accept their law, because they're trying to feed me poison and put me in a hospital or a hospice or give me $1,000 drug which I can't afford. I'm on chronic pain and I can't afford $1,000. So, kia kaha, rangatahi, nā moku puna.